The two ordinary hosts of this podcast are not professionals on parapsychology, extraterrestrials, cryptozoology, nor would they describe themselves as religious or prone to superstition. They'd also like to make it known that this show is not intended for children or those with sensitive sensibilities. Please listen at your own discretion. And remember, the truth is often anecdotal.
Okay. I'm a female anomalist for over 40 years, researching such things as cryptids, the existence of parallel dimensions, reincarnation, electromagnetic frequencies, ghostly apparitions, and much more. I am, of course, Josette22, the subject of today's episode. Hello, listeners. I am Mr. R.
And I'm Mr. X.
Paranormal dudes.
Reading paranormal stories.
Mr. X, I mean, we have plenty of experience with Josette.
Yeah, I think.
What do you think we're going to find in this episode?
Who knows? But I do have the feeling that since Josette22 first appeared, it's been like every other episode, right? She has a comment on something. The first comment, of course, was great. It was about how they assumed somebody's experience was a crawler. I don't remember which episode that was. Was it the oh man.
I don't know either.
I feel like I want to say the Jersey Devil episode, but it might have been sooner than that. Any listeners who want to correct us?
Yeah, we'll listen.
Yeah. Just leave a comment on Spotify or I don't know. Wherever you're listening to this, you can send us pigeon parcel to correct us. I don't really care. Just talk to us.
Just talk to us in some way, please.
All right. For this episode, we decided to cover Josette22. And I think the way we're going to do this is we're just going to go through their comments and just try to guess what the subject matter of the comment could possibly be. So instead of going through every single comment, I think we can scroll, pick a comment that we think could be fun, and then we'll read that post if it still exists.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay. So I guess let's just jump into it because there's not really a whole lot that we can relate to Josette22 to our personal lives. So the most recent comment from 4 hours ago.
Damn.
I can see the name of the post. But
yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with the comment first. It's from the paranormal subreddit. Josette22 4 hours ago commented, "It may have either been a crawler or a skinwalker." And the title of this post is "Heard a weird meowing sound. Heard a weird meowing sound outside at 4 a.m." So let's see what this story is all about.
I really hope the story itself kind of gives us a sign that it's not a cat, right? Because if at no point in the story it makes it very clear that it wasn't a cat, Josette sounds insane.
Okay. The paranormal subreddit 5 hours ago, posted by Notivity. Heard a weird meowing sound outside at 4 a.m. It's flared with question.
Question?
Even though there's no question mark in the title.
No.
I was in my computer. What?
I was in my computer. That's definitely what it says.
I was in my computer in the middle of the night until I started to hear to what appeared to be like a meowing cry outside my window. I've heard wild cat sounds before, but this one sounded like a human trying to imitate a cat. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
What appeared to be a meow crying outside my window. Okay, but this one sounded like a human trying to imitate a cat, like a raspy human meowing sound. Never heard anything like that before. Then my dogs started peeking out the window. It spooked me out so bad. Felt like an evil presence. Do cats usually meow like that? I live in some California suburb. Not that rural, but there's a big patch of rocks and meadow in the back. We also have a family of owls thriving in that section. What my paranoid self keeps telling me is that it's some sort of quote-unquote witch morphing into a cat, but it's so scary to think that was the case. This is 19 comments on it.
Yeah, it posted 5 hours ago.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a reasonable comment. A reasonable comment. It's not
All right.
just Josette22's from Jack Sheed. They're flared as a paranormal researcher, and they're in
Good
the
for
top
them.
1% of commenters. They highlighted the section, do cats usually meow like that? And they say, females in heat sound like a human voice meowing, like you described. Could also have been a wild cat. I doubt it's paranormal. To which OP says...
I'm going to upvote that comment.
Yeah. OP says, okay, cool. I'm telling you, this cat sounded like a human, and for some reason that has 1 downvote.
I'm going to give it 2 downvotes.
Yeah, it's probably from Josette22. Okay, let's find Josette's comment, see if there's any response to it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a response. Okay, Josette22. It may have either been a crawler or a skinwalker. To which Evelyn Hugh responds with an ellipses. Just ... Oh, dude, we should start interacting with Josette.
We should. I'm literally commenting on it.
Yeah.
What should I say?
Stop saying that everything is a crawler. I don't know.
I don't want to.
You don't want to antagonize right away, right?
Well, no, I don't want to scare the fish away, so to speak. Like, I kind of want to lean into it.
Oh, okay. Just, I guess you can comment, explain your thought process. I don't know. Josette doesn't even know where the... Okay, no, never mind. It does say where the story takes place, right? Southern California. But we know skinwalkers are in the Arizona desert, right? They're... What, right? Yeah, the Arizona desert. And then crawlers, I believe, described it specifically as something else. I have to look up crawlers on Josette's profile here. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. That was the whole post they made about ghouls that we read. Let's see, where they described it as being like a Middle Eastern kind of... People from the Middle East are more familiar with the ghouls, crawlers in parentheses, known as ghouls, gals, gillen, ghouls, namnams, and namanim. They are able to shapeshift and spend time in cemeteries as they feed off the flesh of the dead. You can Google the word resgula. I remember doing this. And
yes.
It will show you a pic of a Middle Eastern desert called resgula. It did not. It showed us a pic of some Italian dessert that did look pretty good. Resgula, which means heads of the ghouls. Okay, so let's see here. They put something along the lines of, I knew there was a reason why I kept warning people to stay away from forests and surrounding areas. Since we have fewer deserts in the United States, these creatures are frequently encountered in wooded areas in addition to cemeteries. Okay, well, I mean, I guess California is partially a desert and wooded.
Yeah, plenty of desert out there.
But they didn't specify what part of California they're from. And I just want to ask, if a crawler is a desert creature, why would it expand into the woods? There's plenty of desert in the United States. There's like 5 states at least that are completely desert. Like,
maybe it's not a question on whether or not like a crawler can or should or has interest in leaving a desert, but like, I don't know, not a lot of people out there. Maybe it needs witnesses. It needs people to hear its sickening meow.
Meow. Were you able? Oh, here you go. So Mr. R commented, could you go into detail on how this might be the case? What sounds would a crawler normally make? Yeah. We'll see if they respond by the end of the episode.
I'm really hoping so. They seem pretty quick to respond, so.
Yeah. Well, that was a fun little one. Why don't you go ahead and pick a comment?
So
Hello.
there's one 6 hours ago, and then the next one's 21 hours ago. The 6 hour one, or the one that was 6 hours ago, is a bit longer.
I love the title of it though.
Okay. So Josette, as of 6 hours ago from this recording, comments, I believe you may have had a hypnopompic hallucination You can Google this to find out more about it. Have you had multiple dreams about the gunman? How about the man with the sword? Now, that's going to be made very clear by the title of the post that Josette was commenting on, which is Man with Sword in My Bedroom?
I love how
Sword has a question mark behind it in parentheses.
Yeah.
This was posted into r/paranormal as of 22 hours ago by Danny Cop 111. It is flared with visitation dream. And the post reads, so I'm not entirely sure this is actually paranormal, but I've had a few people point it out to me that it could be. I semi-regularly have nightmares. Most of them don't frighten me. I'm just aware that they're not good dreams. I've been woken up from some of them before, scared with my heart pounding, but this was entirely different. The other night, I'd woken myself up from a stressful dream, reminding myself that it was just a dream and that I was safe. It was my typical dreamscape dream, ending up fighting a random gunman, LOL, not too bad. Anyways, like 2 hours later, I woke up screaming in absolute terror and blindly running out of my bedroom. I'm home from college and I ended up crashing into my dad, who woke up because, naturally, his daughter was screaming over and over screams of terror. In my dream, I guess maybe I've been calling it a dream, I opened my eyes to see a man moving from my bedroom door towards the front of my bed. Didn't even get a full look at him, but the vibe was that he had a sword across his body. The thing about this is, none of my dreams occur in my own home. And if they do, it's always not really my home. I just know the dream is supposed to represent it. This time, it was my exact bedroom, nothing different. And even when my dreams feel real, they have an air of, quote, dream about them. This one just felt like it had actually happened. I ended up sleeping with my mom in her bed. Didn't go back to sleep until the sun started rising. The part that really freaks me out is the next day I noticed a huge bruise kind of on my hip/back, and I tend to sleep on with that part out of the covers when I get hot. I've never had a night terror, never screamed, and always am able to discern when my nightmares are just dreams. I couldn't separate this from reality, and a few people I told immediately asked if I thought it was a ghost or demon. Just here to share my experience and see if maybe anyone knows about some sword man. I don't know. But it was extremely unsettling, and I still have to sleep with my TV on in order to feel safe enough to go to bed. Okay.
Oh, all right. It's not... Well, first off, I didn't expect this to be a young girl having these dreams.
Mm-hmm.
But
right.
Hold on, I got to send you a picture of who I think this might be in her dream.
Okay.
This joke isn't going to resonate with the audience, but because I'm not going to post this picture anywhere. But at least we'll get a laugh out of Mr. R.
All right.
Okay, this is who I think is haunting poor Danny Cobb.
Oh, yeah! So what I'm looking at right now is sort of a Tyler, right? Character. It's just a white dude. He's got to be in his 20s, judging by his body hair.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great beard. Definitely like aspects of a beard, theming of a beard, the idea of a beard. Messy hair as if he just got out of bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not
The
messy.
photo
I'll say that.
is in landscape mode, but his phone
Yes.
is definitely vertical.
I think it's cropped. I think it's cropped. Somebody.
Oh,
somebody
okay,
cropped it,
okay. I will say the framing of it's kind of strange because his body is on the left side of the picture.
Yeah.
And he's holding a katana in his right hand, but that hand is crossed over his body, so the blade is resting on his shoulder, and he's holding the phone with his left hand. And it looks like there's a remote stuffed into the waist of his shorts?
Sheath.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So this is someone I actually worked with. I'm not going to say his name, just in case he ever hears this episode for whatever reason.
Incredible.
But okay. So a few things. The beard, obviously he was really young. It wasn't growing in very well. The hair, though, not messy. He would style his hair like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
Oh, man. I kind of wish we had gotten that.
On purpose, yeah. The story behind this picture is there was a young girl we were working with who he had a huge crush on, and he was trying to flirt her up, and one day got bold enough to ask for some spicy pictures from her. Her response was, only if you send me one first.
Oh, buddy.
So this is what he sent. Yeah. And it got
how
around.
many years ago is this?
Oh my gosh. 2017, 2016 maybe.
Okay. Well, hopefully some retrospect and a sense of humility will provide some comedy to this photo later in life.
Well, this kid is not the brightest. I felt bad for him a lot because he was weird. He really wanted to be an actor, and sometimes he would just go into like monologues to prove that he was an actor, and not good. Not good at all. Okay, let's go to the comments of this story.
Okay.
Here. Josette22's little comment here doesn't have a response, but
no.
There is a response to two other ones that have the same suggestion. Do you want to read them?
Yeah. So, not a whole lot of comments on here. There is Woes of the Sea. Okay, I was going to read that as a name, but yeah, Woes of the Sea says Archangel Michael could be a positive thing, in that he's protecting you. I may be wrong. Does he feel sinister? And the OP responds and says, honestly, not a bad shout. What? Not a bad shout. I've called out to him in the past for protection, but not in a long time. In the moment, I thought it felt sinister, but I also may have just been shocked to have a male presence in my room unannounced.
Fair.
And then Skinny on the inside, which I can relate to, says AA Michael, which I can assume that's Archangel Michael,
yeah,
protecting from lower energies. To which the OP replied and said, someone else said that. It's just like literally the comment before this one.
The only other comment.
Yeah. It could have been, honestly. I've called out to him in the past a few times for protection. It's been a long time. Okay. Basically just saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And then Josette and another commenter named CarefulTooth1474 had commented with no reply.
I was hoping this would be a more exciting story, but
yeah, I mean the sword itself makes it exciting. Man with sword in my bedroom.
Man with sword? Yeah. Let's see if we can find another comment here. Hopefully this one. You know, I'm gonna go a little further back. See if we can maybe get a response. Okay, here's one. Okay, so the comment here from 7 days ago, Josette22 says, I believe you temporarily entered a parallel universe where in that parallel universe your friends were indeed not at the church. Okay. This is from a Paranormal Encounters subreddit post. Also, right under this comment, there's another comment they have from the subreddit r/dogs. So they're just occasionally perusing the dogs subreddit. Oh, there's also one here from the r/squirrels.
Just doing some animals here and there.
Okay. Ooh, Jesus, a long story. Okay. From the Paranormal Encounter subreddit from Zesty Clothes, Tier 3167 says, strange encounter I had when I was 14. Hi, I would just like to share this strange encounter I had with my friend, which no one has been able to explain the experience to us to make it make sense. The year is 2014, summertime. I was 14 years old, and it is the school holidays. Okay. Me and my group of friends would all get together and meet at our local church to hang out for the days, as this was our meeting spot, as it had a big open car park and steps. So it was a nice place to gather and hang out. Just teenagers hanging out in a church parking lot.
It can happen.
Okay.
I've done weirder.
I used to just hang out in like school parking lots when they're completely empty, because there's no chance of anyone showing up. Like it's summertime, everybody's on vacation.
I used to get I used to get together with my friends in Lampasas, Texas, where we'd go to Walmart and we'd buy loaves of bread. We'd each buy a really cheap loaf of bread. And then we would throw wads of bread at each other in the parking lot. And then I told this story to Jenna, and she said that's not something anyone else does in the world. So
you know what, in high school, I don't think I hung out with a whole lot of people. But I remember when I was very young, what we used to do for fun, there was like a shop on the end of our street that sold golf carts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was in Florida. And they would repave the little lot where they would park the carts, kind of show off or whatever. They'd repave that all the time. There was always the smoothest surface that we'd go rollerblade on and stuff. And then whenever we weren't, if we just weren't feeling like being outside, we'd go inside and we'd prank call Walmart and ask their electronics division kooky stuff. For some reason, the main one we would do is call and be like, hey, do you guys have the game Chicken Noodles and Soup? I don't know why we thought that was so funny.
I mean, right now it's funny.
All right, okay. Gather and hang out. My friend stopped the night at my house, and the next morning we called our friends on my mom's house phone to see if anyone was hanging out. My friends told us we're already out and we're at the church, so we said we're on our way. We began to walk from my house to the church, which was about a 15-minute walk. We got off the main road and got on the gravel path that takes you directly outside the church. Me and my friend finally arrived at the church, and our group of friends wasn't there. We were confused to why our friends told us they were at the church when they wasn't. So we checked all around in the church, from the car park to the steps, and there were no signs of our friend. I'm guessing this person's first language isn't
Probably
English, and they may be European since they keep saying car park. It's kind of creepy that your church has like a gravel road that leads to it. The church was closed and the lights were off. As curious kids, I remember cupping my hands and putting them to the church glass window and looking into the main room where the lights were off and it was dark and closed. Then this is where things get really freaky. Me and my friend both knew we would have to walk back to my mom's to use the house phone to call our friends, see where they are. Please bear in mind we are currently at the church and there's no sign of anyone or anything. There's no cars parked in the car park. The lights are off and there's no one around when our friends claimed to be there. I mean, it's a 15-minute walk, man. Maybe they got bored or had to use the bathroom or something. We finally get back to my mom's house. So we call my friends and I ask them, where were you? They say, what do you mean? We're still here. We haven't moved and we haven't seen you.
Oh.
Me and my friend were stunned as we were just down at the church. So we tell our friends to stay there and we race back down to the church. When we arrive at the church for a second time, there's loads of cars parked at the car park. The church lights are on. They're having an event and there's loads of people outside. And inside the church, me and my friend were stunned. And when we walked up to my friends, first question out of my mouth was, how long has the church been open for? And the caretaker of the church told us since the morning. I know this would be hard to believe if it wasn't for experiencing it with a friend. I still speak to this friend to this day. I'm now 25 and we both still can't explain what happened that day, and we both regularly talk about that day. I'll be surprised if anyone has read this all, but I am very curious to see what other people think. Is your friend in the comments?
Yeah, tell your friend to get a Reddit. And without reading your post, give us their own interpretation. Oh,
okay. There's a lot of comments on here. People have a lot of theories, but I'm just going to jump straight to Josette22's and the OP's response to it. Okay, so again, Josette22 said, I believe you temporarily entered a parallel universe where in that parallel universe, your friends were indeed not at the church. To which OP says, I also believe that this is what also happened as we went from no sign of life around the church to 15 minutes later when we came back for the second time, a full church full of people and cars. Now at this point, it's taking you 30 minutes to walk back home and then back to the church. Sure, maybe there's not like a huge event just popping up and, going off within 30 minutes, but it's possible.
It's possible.
Just going to say that. We heard two noises when we first went to the church. When we first went to the church, when no one was there, we heard the angel singing sound. And just before that, we heard tires screeching coming from the sky.
What?
Seems like something you should have put in your
Yeah,
main
that's
story.
way more interesting.
This led me to believe that the parallel world my friends were at must have been a car slapping their brakes on, and we heard it come from the sky. Even talking about it sends my body into goosebumps.
I hate it when things send my body into goosebumps.
What a... Okay, zesty clothes. I would click on your profile, but this is a Josette22
wait for your own episode.
This was 7 days ago, and Josette never even responded to this person's clarification.
Maybe Josette likes to, kind of get involved for a second and then immediately gets bored.
Wait, hold on. So there's... Or they're just stretching too thin, right? And
fair. They got too many posts to keep up with.
Okay, so there's a comment under this from T. Gray, 1960. This says, "Damn, bro, a crazy story. The angelic voice was part of everything. It was probably something from the other side." What angelic voice? Did I miss a portion of the fucking story?
I will say I'm not reading along. I couldn't find the story that you were reading.
Yeah.
But I don't remember any voices. In the tire screeching from the sky comment, there was something about angelic voices.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I read this whole story.
Yeah,
so from them having the initial phone call, all it says is, "We began to walk from my house to the church, which is about 15-minute walk. We got off the main road and got to the gravel path that takes you directly outside the church. Me and my friend finally arrived at the church, and our group of friends wasn't there." Yeah, that's it. They didn't mention the angelic voice thing. So, I don't know, maybe this other commenter is just going through all the comments.
Oh, maybe.
The OP did respond to that comment with, "I know, this memory will forever stick with me like it happened yesterday. All my friends to this day are so bored of hearing the story."
That's all they talk about.
Remember that time we slipped into an alternate dimension?
Yeah, tell that story again.
Oh my God, not this again. Yeah. Person's gonna have kids and it's like, "Did I ever tell you about the time?"
Back in my day, my friends used to slip into random other worlds.
So Josette22 seems to comment a lot on a subreddit called True Christian.
Yes, I noticed that. I was looking for their hottest of posts or comments, and it's a lot of Christian stuff.
I could do that, huh? I hit sort by hot, and it didn't do anything. It just kept it the same.
I mean, maybe the order it's currently in is the hot, is the hotness.
Yeah, no, it's literally just okay. Okay. Let's do another comment here. I'll let you go ahead and pick.
Okay. I like this comment that just says, "That looks like a juicy cicada."
Yes.
That looks like a juicy cicada with like an extremely happy face emoji. Now that's a comment. There's a video. So
yeah, it's on a video.
This was posted on r/oddly terrifying as of 1 day ago by Amavin-Adump, maybe? It's a video of... Oh, sorry, the title is "Spider Wraps Up a Big Bug in a Matter of Seconds." Now, this video is 1 minute and 7 seconds long, so the title is a bit misleading. But if you fast forward to like 20 seconds... Oh, yeah, it goes... This is a golden garden spider, by the way. I used to have these a lot in my yards growing up. I would throw little grasshoppers in their webs and watch them do this.
Yes, this video is just a guy feeding or placing a cicada onto a web, and then the spider immediately goes and wraps it up. And it literally does do it in like maybe 10 seconds.
Very quickly.
And then it steps back to admire its work.
It is really proud of itself. Pats itself.
There's 638 comments on
Wait,
this
how many?
video. 638.
Oh boy.
Josette's one comment only has 3 upvotes and no
replies at all.
So
Well, I mean, we could rapid fire read some of these. I mean, I know this isn't paranormal. I know it's not. It is. It is just a spider doing spider things. Flippity Flappity says, "This was a terrible time for the tag on the inside of my shirt to tickle the back of my neck." Iluhan says, "That cicada took years to get out of the ground only to be eaten." Let's see. Robo Dragon says, Robo Dragon, by the way, is a top 1% commenter. It says, "Orb weavers are fantastic at wrapping prey. They spin out sheets of silk at a time, effectively coating their prey in super tight shrink wrap before they have time and room to move to free themselves. This is a yellow garden spider, female, a type of orb weaver. She's huge, a little scary, but harmless, unless you're a bug. How can I tell she's female? Her boyfriend would be a tenth her size and wouldn't go anywhere near her unless he's looking for love." Okay, Robo Dragon, bit of a brag. A bit of a brag on your entomology knowledge. Or actually, that's...
Yeah, I like how... I like how they're like, ooh, I've studied this. I can spread my knowledge here. But they're a 1% commenter on oddly terrifying.
Let's see.
You can only imagine what other stuff they... Here, Holy Fire 001202 says, in oh my gosh, what would you call it? In asterisk, it says, "Looking for love in all the wrong places. Sorry for yelling. I'm singing the Me First and the Gimme Gimmes version."
Good for you.
Okay. Does that translate to anything?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know what's more oddly terrifying, says Kick Back Relax. The spider or the person who ruined some random bug's day.
Like this guy here, Neuro Defiance just said, "Am I a male garden spider?"
Why? Are you the 10th of the size of an orb weaver?
The Beastly Stud said, "We had an orb weaver on the front porch, and wouldn't you know it, all our bug problems disappeared. Such a beautiful spider. My wife couldn't handle it anymore and asked me to get rid of her, so I relocated her somewhere else."
Oh.
Well, I don't know. I feel like if I saw that thing hanging out on my porch, as convenient it would be for the bug issue.
No thanks. Finally, Damaged God said, "I love cicadas. Fuck." So there's that. Fuck. Oh man, that's my favorite bug.
Robinson?
Oh, I knew that guy. Shit.
Okay. Let's see if I can find. Here, I'm gonna type in.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what the context is, but Josette, this is a comment. We don't have to read this one because it does seem to lean really hard into the religious side of things. But it says, "That's blasphemy. God is not an ape." Okay. All right, chill.
But you believe in crawlers. He believes so heavily in crawlers. There's some random guy was like, "Stop saying that everything is crawlers." Here, they have a post on their page. Wait, what subreddit was that in?
It was in the True Christian subreddit.
Ooh. Maybe we should post something in True Christian and see.
What are you trying to bait this person?
Wait, we have a reply from Josette22.
What we do?
From April 30th. Yeah.
What? Oh, hold on. Thank you, Paul.
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go into this real quick. From a paranormal story, paranormal encounters post titled, I think I encountered a mimic yesterday. This was from April 30th, so a little over a month ago. Okay. Okay. So Josette22, I'm not going to read the whole story because we did this on another episode. This was the girl who went to throw away some trash and heard a voice whisper her name in just one ear, and she wasn't sure if it was her grandma or not. And we said that maybe she said it sounded like her mom, and we said maybe the grandma was FaceTiming the mom in the
Oh,
other room.
right. Yes.
And this girl was just like, oh no, and left. Probably didn't even have a follow-up question or anything. Okay, so Josette22's comment was, I believe it may have just been a spirit, either one in the neighborhood or a friend or relative who has passed. And Pon Pod said, my podcast, Paranormal Dudes, covers supernatural stories we find online, and multiple times have we spoke about your comments on several episodes. Just figured you'd like to know that. LOL.
Yeah.
To which Josette22 says, thank you, Pon Pod. That means a lot. And has a smiley emoji.
It's the same one as the cicada comment.
Yes.
That's exciting. I never checked the notifications on here.
Yeah.
I always think
have
it's
a few
spam.
responses. A since deleted user responded to, also from the mimics. This is the, you made a comment. This post is covered in our podcast, Paranormal Dudes. This person has since deleted their comment.
Oh.
So they said, oh, sweet, what episode? The mimic episode.
The one about
It's the most recent episode. This is the one who we theorized their dad was
messing with him.
pranking him.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the one where his mom hears hello and he hears, hey buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Back to Josette. Let's see. Josette22. Trying to see if, I don't know if it's just my browser, but okay, there we go. So I've typed into their search bar crawler just to specify. Okay. And I clicked on comments, so we'll see what comments pop up. I did it for the wrong thing.
Shit.
Josette22, there we go. Specifically looking for crawler comments. There's one from a month ago from the Humanoid Encounters, where she just says, I believe you may have encountered a species of crawler.
Okay.
And it's from a story that's titled, Need Help Figuring Out What We Saw in the Woods. So again, this is from a month ago, posted by Steve Lee Steve.
Okay.
And it's flared with unidentified. And it goes, nearly 20 years ago, you're going to have to add a drinking portion for the game, where if they immediately go to Reddit, or if their story is over
decades
a decade
old,
ago.
yeah.
Nearly 20 years ago, my best friend and I were walking during the day on an overgrown path in the woods that connects to the new cemetery they say connects the new cemetery to the old, but this was 20 years ago. So it connected the new cemetery to the old cemetery in our town. About 1.5 meters off the path, we saw this tall, maybe 6 feet. We saw this tall, maybe 6 feet, humanoid figure that was light beige with zero distinctive features. Yeah. And it was moving towards us onto the path. Neither of us said a thing. In a split second, we looked at each other and bolted back in the direction we came from, back to the car. Talking to her recently, she says she mainly remembers it as having a large torso with no nipples and loose skin.
Not a single nipple on this thing.
I thought he'd at least have 6.
Like a dog.
What if it was just a bear? Like a bear standing up and kind of like waddling over towards him? But then that would have definitely had nipples.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, I don't know how many nipples bears have.
Yeah, probably 6.
Maybe.
It happened in a small town in Saratoga County in upstate New York. I've lived there my whole life, and it's relatively uneventful and pretty safe. I am familiar with the wild animals, and the town has no cryptid lore or local legends, though I guess we do have some pretty rich Revolutionary War and Native American history nearby. We've no idea what we've seen and have never found answers, but we both agree on the details. And if she didn't run with me, I'd think I was crazy. I was hoping someone here might have some insight. Josette22 has some insight. I believe you may have encountered a species of crawler. To which OP does respond, and they say, would a crawler not need to be hunched over? I don't know what they are, but judging by the name, right? Yeah, you would assume they crawl. The thing was standing upright and bipedal. And Josette22 responded to that with, they sometimes stand upright, but many times they have also been seen walking on all fours.
Walking on
Thanks
all
for the
fours is
insight.
crawling. I mean,
Mr. R decided to Google bear nipples, and for a second, that first image I couldn't differentiate from the sword kid up there. Apparently, bears just have boobs.
Yeah, yeah. When they're standing up like that, they got little titties.
Yeah, they're just like normal, like fat guy boobs, not like.
Oh yeah, they're not flattering. You're not gonna want to look at these in a loving way, or maybe you will. I don't know.
And then the second picture you sent is of a bear with a poorly photoshopped, nicely developed male chest.
Yeah,
kind of rubbing its nipple with a human
It's a combination
hand.
of bear and bear, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to see what someone else might say this was. Okay, let's see. Constant Archer 13 said, "I'm in the UK, and me and my wife saw something like this in our old house. Only saw the face come around the bedroom door and long fingers. Jesus Christ. Well, I say face. It had no features. We have always wondered what it could be. Could that have been a crawler? Question mark. Okay, so some other people are throwing out suggestions. I remember Googling crawler once when we first discovered Josette, but I don't actually remember what these are supposed to look like.
I mean, I bet they're pale and have no nipples.
If I Google crawler, it just shows me construction equipment.
So I have Googled crawler cryptid. Under the cryptid wiki, we have something called a pale crawler, and the picture that comes up is the same as if anyone's familiar with the cryptid known as the rake. That is this picture. Pale crawlers are a phenomenon which usually involve enigmatic humanoid entities that appear at night, typically in abandoned buildings or in forests and other heavily wooded areas. The description says, they are humanoid creatures described as thin and pale, with long limbs, with claws, and large black eyes. Some sightings describe their eyes as having white pupils that glow in the dark. The sounds they make are usually described as screeching. They are known to be incredibly fast, stealthy, and smart. While unconfirmed, it is likely that pale crawlers are hyper-aggressive and have no nipples to speak of. It doesn't say that last bit. I editorialized.
Okay, let's see. Someone super set Dan responded to that UK commenter with, "Can you tell us more about your sighting? Question mark. Winky face emoji.
Did it have nipples?
And we do get an explanation." Ooh, you should. This is from a month ago. You should comment that.
Wait, send it to me. I don't know where it is.
I'm just gonna post it under stories.
Okay. Stories.
Constant Archer 13 responds with that request for more info with, "I was lying in bed with my wife watching TV. Drawing behind the TV. Oh, I was supposed to say what? Like I think they mean blinds for us U.S. idiots. A drawing behind the TV opened and slammed shut, or like a shutter, I guess. We both sat up and saw a hunched over sandy-colored thing running out of the room really fast. We thought it was our retriever, but he was asleep in the corner and at the other end of the room. That was the first time. The second time, it peeped around the door. There were no facial features, just a sandy color, and its hand came around the door. It had really long fingers. Our animals would freak out all the time. There was a lot of whistling from nowhere, and sometimes at night, it sounded like things being dragged across the floor downstairs, but nothing was ever out of place. Creepy. But what would it take for you to move out of your house, like, immediately? Is it not this?
I mean, no, this would definitely make me move. But, like, I don't know, moving is such a hassle.
Yeah. Just putting up with it's easier. I mean, I guess so. Right?
Yeah. Oh, I did comment, by the way.
Okay. Let me refresh. I saw a comment that made me laugh there. Did you comment to Constant Archer?
So
or did you just comment
on that post? There's a second question. It's the same question, but it's I'm sorry, it's the same poster and the same question, but it's as if they asked it twice.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Maybe like, did it have nipples? If so, how many? Estimated diameter and color. Okay. All right. Well, where are we on time? We're about an hour in. There's one more comment on here that I wanted to look at. Okay. Madhouse Child said, you've lived in New York State all your life and you state distance in meters? Question mark. And they said, and OP said, I lived in Ireland the last 15 years. Another 5 and I'll be here half my life.
Okay.
So you're a liar.
Yeah, you're.
You haven't been.
Nothing you say can
lived
be
in New York
seen
your
as
whole
true.
Life. Does this even happen? Fucking Stevely Steve. Hey, there's one more comment from Constant Archer 13 too. It said, "We moved 5 years ago and had no other experiences. Thank God. I just wanted to know if anyone knows what it could be or had a similar experience." And Super Stet Dan also just commented randomly to the original story here. DM sent.
Oh,
DM sent.
No, we want to know what it says.
For what? This story took place 20 years ago. What are you DMing for? Okay. All right. It looks like you sent me something.
Yeah,
here.
just a final thing. This one's mostly for Josette. So
okay. It says it was posted by Y11 2011.
Yeah.
Said, what is this thing I keep seeing? No question mark. And then it's reposted from the Cryptid subreddit. And it's titled, I saw the thing again. And it's a blurry ass picture of somebody's car. Like they were whipping their phone out as fast as
they're in the car.
That's yes. And that's the first image. Second image, the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah.
Second image looks like someone's thumb getting in the way.
Like the second image looks like the first image if there was maybe a really flesh-colored headrest that got in the way.
Yeah. Or like, I mean, to me it looks like thumb, right? Coming in
right.
frame. And then there's 2 little red dots in the background that could just be...
Those are brake lights.
There's a lot of little... Yeah. And there's like a lot of little flares around from how... Oh my gosh. Okay. First comment on here from Aromatic Glove 2502 says, most clear crawler sighting picture.
What?
I think they're being facetious.
Oh, okay. I was going to be upset.
That one would... They said the same thing you did. They just said
tail lights. I'm gonna upvote that and say,
is that
yep?
Is that what this is? Is that their finger pointing at whatever the fuck they're trying to?
I hope they're not. Could you imagine? Like the only other obvious thing in the first photo is the dashboard of the car. Everything, like the only other thing is the brake lights in the distance. But to make a second picture pointing at those brake lights to be like, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yes. I completely spaced the little brake lights. If you're a paranoid person, it could look like demon eyes, I guess, in the dark. But so this little flesh colored thing, whatever that is in the corner, it's also in the first image, but it looks like someone's shoulder.
Mm.
This picture must have been taken from the back seat because it's centered on the console.
It's in the middle of the car.
Yeah. And then I think the second picture is indeed their finger trying to point at
That's ridiculous.
Let's see. Sliznia Kazrunik. Okay. Said, this may be a potential real sighting. The photos don't help us very much. Provide some context, OP. Oh, wait. Was there any text on here? No, there wasn't. Okay. So the OP does provide context. I was riding down the road early morning in the back middle seat. There were 2 other people in the car, one driver and another passenger. And I saw 2 red glowing eyes there. And like, I've seen something with red glowing eyes that looked like a crawler multiple times. So I took a picture of it when in the car. Are you an idiot?
Yeah.
This person must have been stoned just riding in the back.
Hold on, I want to reply to
what
this.
What the fuck is that?
I want to reply to this.
Do you guys see those?
Next.
You guys see those red lines?
Next time. Wait to take a photo until you can. Hold on, give me a second. I need to find a way to say this.
comments. Keep thinking. I'm going to read a few more of these comments. Tan Daddy Emperor said, highly intelligent, this one is. I had 2 up.
Thanks, Yoda.
Fake sous chef is probably my favorite comment. Says, delete this cut.
Delete this cut.
Rando7818 just says, what the actual fuck? I mean, they typed WTAF, but
I did finalize my comment.
Okay, all right. I'll read this last one and then go up to it. Spoonful of Cornstarch says, classic blurry pic. Guys, I saw something. 2 spooky glowing eyes. Plus, giant paragraph with no punctuation in the slightest. Genuinely, what do you want us to tell you? I didn't even realize this guy's comment had no punctuation. Hold on, I gotta go to. Okay, I'm gonna read your response, and then I see what the original post might say. Mr. R commented, "Next time, wait to take a photo until you can justifiably prove that it has no nipples."
It's really the only way you're going to convince me.
Good. Okay, let's see what the original post said. Okay, yeah, there's a block of text there. All right, I've been seeing this thing multiple times, once accidentally taking a picture of it and seeing it one time, but the story of this sighting is I was driving in a car down the road. I was in the middle back seat. 2 other people were in the car, a driver, a front seat passenger, and this was early morning where it was still dark, and I noticed 2 red glowing eyes, and this creature, since I had seen it twice already, I decided to take 2 pictures, and these are what I caught. I know it's just 2 red dots, but I don't know what it is. It wasn't a car. It wobbled, almost moved like a creature would, even when standing still. I don't know if this is something explainable, then please tell me. I'll try to keep updating everyone on any new information or sightings. Also, please help tell me what this could be. Oh,
I,
as a person, even if I read something with no punctuation, I'll, much like Christopher Walken, I add punctuation, whereas he would remove it.
Yes.
Because that's the type of person I am. But let's see. Logan XP responded to that, or posted a comment on here saying, no creature's eyes actually glow red like that. It's not a thing. Some animals like dogs and cats have a tapetum lucidum, which allows their eyes to have a sort of glow when a light shines near them, causing it to reflect off, kind of making it look like a glow. Which is quite clearly not the case here. This is just glowing, which any known animal can't do at all. So it's not an animal. From the looks of it, it's tail lights from a bike that some reason has its headlights off, or just some other random light source.
The reply.
Yeah, someone here said, Deep Thought 42 said, this is Mothman Erasure. To which the OP said, that's what I was thinking. It looked like a man-made light source, but it just freaked me out. That has one down phone. I'm going to give it another one.
Yeah, I'm going to give it one too. Yeah, no, so I've wanted to say this for a while. Cryptids are allegedly animals that have not been reported or recorded, right? It is an animal, right? That is beyond science, is paranormal. Animals cannot produce light from their eyes. It's not a thing. So anytime you read a story, in fact, I'm going to make glowing eyes a part of the drinking game.
Yes, yeah. We have to have Mr. E sitting on these recordings so he can write all this down. I love J-Man052754s. It would be sick if you could maybe put a couple periods in your run-on sentences. The Owl said, you saw a car.
Yeah.
To which the OP said, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just scared me a bit. Just I feel like it shook wobbling or moving. It just scared me.
I was just scared of the car. I wonder how high this person was.
This guy was, he was super high. Yeah. Canid Primate, a dog man delegate, said, nah, that's a dog man.
That's a dog man.
There's only 2 more comments, so I'm going to go through it. Spoonful of cornstarch. Oh, yeah, it was the same guy who fucking ripped into him on the last one. If you're going to pull off a hoax, at least put some effort into it.
Yeah.
And then Canid Primate 1577 again just commented, Dogman. So okay, I think this is gonna do it for our Josette themed episode.
Yeah. If you have any Josette themed stories that you'd like to submit to us for this show, you could do so in the comments or post them to our subreddit. That's PONDPOD.
Yeah, if you've by any chance ran into Josette22 on any subreddit,
if you are Josette22,
please let us know. If you're Josette22 listening to this, we're sorry.
Hey,
but that's the nature of this. That's the nature of this show.
Yeah, it's just gonna happen.
We're skeptics, and we put a skeptical lens on mostly the comments, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of reasonable comments usually. Spoonful of cornstarch seems like a cool dude. We 11-2011 does not. Okay. We've been a Paranormal Dudes, ever in need of stories to intrigue, perplex, maybe even frighten. So remember, if you can't explain it, tell Josette22. They might have an answer.
It'll be crawlers.
And until next time, stay tuned and stay haunted. Stay crawlers.
Stay crawlers.
Stay Josette22.
Stay 22.